Welcome back to Tomahawk Sports Talk. We're bringing you all the news and information about Florida State Athletics. I'm Brandon Eisen.
Blake Overbeck.
And I'm Matthew Soul.
And we're welcomed by new head football coach and girls flag football coach. First two-time guest on a podcast,
Hey.
Coach Jacob Hewitt. How are you doing
Glad to
today,
be back
Coach?
on with you guys.
So I'm going to start us off with a quick recap of the boys basketball as they ended their season last night. First, they played. I believe we covered that. I don't think we covered this, but I think they lost to Raytown 59-65. That type of game shows that they still have fight, even though they've kind of had a rough stretch with I believe a 6-game losing streak. So just to keep that kind of momentum up, so that they're not done yet. Then on this past Friday, they played at Platte County, where they lost 61-63. Another very tough, close game. Those teams have kind of been neck and neck all season. They're two very similar teams as well. They kind of lost all of their output offensively and had to put a ragtag group together. And they believe they lost on a last-second three-pointer. So, and that game, Brandon Beamon was kind of on fire from three. He's kind of been one of the leaders for the Indians since Dom Soto suffered a collarbone injury. And scoring has definitely been more dispersed since he went out. So that's something to look forward in the future. But then on this Tuesday against Battle, they suffered a tough loss, 83-56, to end their season. So now, Blake, do you want to do girls basketball?
Yeah.
I want to say something about boys basketball. Is like, all you can kind of do is wonder, like, the future for this team, because Dom Soto took, like, basically more than double everybody else's shots. So, like, I don't know, a lot of juniors this year, kind of wondering how the team will look next year.
Well, I think
hopefully better offensively.
I think we definitely got a sneak peek of it ever since Dom went out. We kind of saw that there's definitely more scorers to his team, like Mikhail Cooper, Brayden Beaumont. Those two definitely speak out to me. Also, guys like Cam Harrison show potential. In that game against Platte County, he dropped a pretty good efficiency from three, like 3 for 4.
Yeah. So and they have a whole nother summer to develop. So yeah, I'll be excited to see how they do coming into next season.
Yeah. How about you take away to get wrestling since they just had state?
Oh, wrestling. Yeah, wrestling at state. We had 2 winners in Jocelyn Gray for the first time as a freshman, and then 3-time state champion Kason Schreier, so congrats to them. For medalists, we had Kylie Dunn coming in 5th, Ariel Biggs coming in 3rd, Holly Wines coming in 4th, and then for boys, we had Tony Martinez coming in 4th, and Isaac Ward coming in 6th, suffering an ankle injury. So sorry to him, but congrats to all those wrestlers for placing, and fantastic job on their part. But yeah, I know just from what I've heard is like how utterly like impressive it is to medal at wrestling state. I mean, you're competing with the best of the best, especially in Missouri. I've heard Missouri is like weirdly like pretty good wrestling. So
yeah, and they're also in the toughest district in the state as well.
yeah.
So it's amazing just to get to stay in the first place.
Well, and a lot of those are like some legit weight classes too. Like those like 135 for Jocelyn Gray. That's like the most competitive girls weight class, and then like Kason Schreier at 126, Tony at 138. Those are all like some of the best pound-for-pound wrestlers in the state are in there. So that's really impressive on their part.
Yeah, it was definitely a new challenge for the Indians to face within their district, because I believe St. Pius, who's a wrestling powerhouse as of lately, they moved up to their Class 4. I believe they were like Class 1 not like 2 years ago maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of an insane like rise for them.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure who won boys state as a team, but I know.
I think it was Liberty.
Was it Liberty? Yeah, that makes sense.
I think they won like 7 straight.
Liberty was like, I know, top 5 for girls, but I think Nixa won for girls. Girls Fort Osage moved down to 5th. Yeah, I think some of the girls just didn't place it. They thought they were gonna place and just lost some points they thought they were gonna get.
Yeah.
So that's only a couple matches away from a plaque. I mean, you just got to be top 4. And it came just short, so yeah, that's tragic.
It's stuff like it's just like you'll have somebody lose a blood round match that they shouldn't lose.
Yeah.
And things like that, and stuff like that will even if it's just a couple points, will decide to swing between like 5th and 4th place, like you said.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so the girls basketball ended their season on Monday against Rockbridge. They took an 84-42 loss. They had a pretty successful season, going 13-14. They were 8-4 in conference, so pretty good record in conference. Not enough to win because Green Valley was just really good, but they have a lot to look forward to next year, even though they're losing 2 very key players.
Yeah. Is that all?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now we're start the interview with Coach Hewitt. So, well, first off, congratulate you on the head coach position.
Thank you.
Are you able to kind of like give us some insight on like what you were thinking when the job opened and your process through the interviews?
Yeah, so obviously when the job opened, I was definitely interested in taking over. It's always been kind of an aspiration of mine to be a head football coach. After the last few weeks, I can see why people say if you enjoy coaching football, don't become the head coach, because there's just so much more stuff that I've been kind of dealing with now. Just it's not bad things. It's just I feel like I'm a lot busier trying to hire coaches and stuff like that. But, yeah, so the job came open. I let Coach Dudley know that I was interested, and I did the application process just like if I was from somewhere else. They brought in some really strong candidates. I mean, it's kind of an honor to get the job because I know some of the other candidates were really qualified. But hopefully that means I was also pretty qualified. Go through the process, wait to hear back. Coach Dudley lets me know that I've been offered the job. I broke down a little bit. It was pretty emotional, and then I obviously said yes, and it's been kind of a whirlwind ever since. But yeah, I'm excited to get after it, and like some things we'll keep the same, and some things I'll put my own twist on and kind of keep Fort Osage football going.
Got you. So I have a question. So, like, right after getting that job, what's the first thing on your mind, goal-wise? Like, do you immediately think of, like, a conference title, or, like, are you thinking smaller, or, like, what?
My big thing is I don't want it to be about me. I want it, like, this is a new opportunity for me to be in a place where I can elevate kids and promote kids. And I think when it's all said and done, it's about giving kids opportunities to shine. Hopefully in this role I'm able to, obviously when it's all said and done, I get the final say on stuff now. So hopefully using that, for lack of a better term, power to, like, for the betterment of some of our kids. Like the goals and stuff like that, obviously we want to win championships. That should be the goal. When you're in athletics, like, you want to compete at the highest level. So yes, that's absolutely a goal of ours, but it's not the end all be all. Like, we're going to be process oriented, which means we're going to do things that it takes to get to where we want to get to, not just chase the trophy. Because then, like, I'll be honest with you, like, I've always wanted to be a head coach, right? So I get offered the job and I say yes, and you would think, like, like when you accomplish something, it's like, hey, I finally did it. And then it's like, okay, now what? Like, I thought I was going to have this, like, all fulfilling feeling of, like, hey, like, I'm finally a head coach. And it's like when your birthday comes and, like, well, how's it feel to be 18? It's like, well, it feels the same as 17. It's like, it's kind of the same thing. Like, I'm just a football coach. Like, now I'm just in a different role. And that's the same thing with winning championships. Like, you win a championship, you get the high from winning, and then a few days go by, and it's just, you still got to live your life, and you still got to go back to work. And once you think you've made it, that's when you start going downhill. So I'm just getting started, and I'm excited. But, yeah, we want to compete for championships for sure. I think we have a good roster coming back that can do that. But it starts with, like, what we're doing right now. We can't wait till August to decide that we want to win championships.
Yeah, and then you've obviously coached under a lot of great head coaches like Coach Bull and I believe Fred. I don't know how to say
Coach
it.
Bouchard.
Coach Bouchard at Staley.
Mm-hmm. And Coach
also,
Light.
Yeah, and also was Coach Jasper at Joplin.
Yep.
So coaching under all those coaches, what are, like, some main key takeaways you got from them?
It's a great question. So Coach Bouchard, you guys know, like, type A, type B personalities. Coach Bouchard is a type A personality. Like, he would type A person. He was definitely, like, in terms of leadership, super strong leader. He's probably a little bit different mannerisms than I am. He gets really fiery. I mean, I can get fiery at times, but I try to be calculated when I do it. But I remember when I was a young kid, like I was scared of Coach Bouchard to work for him. And then Coach Light kind of taught me how to delegate. Like Coach Light was a really good letting people have jobs. Like, hey, this is your job. You run with it, make it your baby, like do your thing. Coach Jasper was the same way. One thing I learned from Coach Jasper that I definitely want to emulate is his organization. Like he's one of the most organized humans I've ever worked with. Just had a plan for everything. Just did such a great job knowing like what the plan is, having it ready to execute, following along with it, making sure everybody's on the same page. And I think that's a big thing in any sort of professional setting or group setting is if there's miscommunications, that's when issues occur. So making sure you communicate everything, and then working with Coach Bolt, kind of showing me the way of Fort Osage and how things work here. He's been a great coach for a long time. Obviously, him going over to Grain Valley is going to make that game really intense. But I appreciate him bringing, like without him, I'm not here right now. So I appreciate him giving me the opportunity to get here to begin with.
Yeah. So after Coach Bolt leaves, and we know Coach Bolt's a great coach, what are some things you're going to keep from him, and what are some things you're going to make your own?
Well, one thing about Fort Osage, going even back to Coach Schartz, it's a historic program, but it's since Coach Schartz has been here, it's known for a certain brand of football. Like it's physical, it's tough, it's like 4 quarters of like knock you out football. We're going to maintain that. We're going to, like that's not going to go away. The brand will remain the brand. Like I've had people say like, are you going to change the helmets? Are you going to get new uniforms? I'm like, no, man. Like that'd be like going to Notre Dame and going away from the gold helmets. Like the black helmet with the spear on the side is like, to me, like that's one of the most iconic helmets in Kansas City. So no, we're still gonna be Fort Osage. Like it's gonna, now it might look different here and there, but when it's all said and done, the brand stays the same. The physicality, the toughness, the get after you, like that's not going anywhere. The work ethic, like I think a lot of our kids are pretty good workers. I think some of our kids need to step up a little bit. But yeah, I think the biggest thing is I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel. Like this is a great program, so I'm going to keep a lot of things similar. Like there will be some things we tweak, like summer schedule will look a little bit different just because of personal preferences and things I've done in the past that I think might make more sense for some of our kids. Like we might adjust some of our start times and stuff like that. So we're not coming in at like 4 a.m. So we might come in a little bit later than that. I'm more of a night owl anyway, so that was kind of hard on me. But yeah, when it's all said and done and it'll look the same, there's little things I'll change here and there. But all in all, it's still going to be Fort Osage football. We're still going to get after it. We're still going to be well coached. We're going to be disciplined. We're going to do little things right. We're going to take care of business. We're going to do those things. And that's the kind of stuff that translates to results.
I just want to ask your opinion. Like, obviously you were an assistant coach before you became the head coach. How does, like, developing that relationship with players, like, affect your experience as being a coach?
Well, to me, that's the most important thing of being a coach is if you're not in it for the kids, then why are you in it to begin with? Like we spend a lot of time. I spend as much time with like in season, I probably spend as much time with our kids at Fort Osage that I do with my own kids. Like that, and then it's like it sounds bad, but like it's just a reality of it. And then hopefully one day my kids are in it, so I'm spending time with them too. So if you're not in it for the relationships, then I don't know why you're in it. I'm going to be about relationships. I still, like, there's kids I've coached years and years and years ago from different schools that I still stay in touch with. I think that's important to me. Like, it's not reasonable to keep up with every kid, but if there's a few kids every year that graduate that you can keep up with, I think that's big. Now, I will say, like, it's easier, I think, as an assistant coach to maintain some of those relationships because, like last year I coached the receivers, like I'm with that group every day, spending a lot of time with that group every day, and it's my job to get that group to perform. So obviously I'm going to invest a little bit more with those kids. They're probably going to see me in a different light. Now as the head coach, like I can't zero in on one group. Like I've got to make sure I'm still migrating around, talking to everybody. I can't not know kids' names. That's not acceptable. So I'll know every kid, and I will like have to make sure I'm diligent with. All right, obviously I'm an offensive guy background wise, but I'm gonna have to do stuff with the defense and make sure I'm kind of zeroed in there. And again, like it'll be interesting. I've never done it before, so I've heard like it's like I don't know, like you know how like I remember when I was a kid, like I was like, oh my gosh, that's the head coach. Like there's a little bit of an intimidation factor. I hope I don't have that, to be honest with you. But as a kid, like I was always scared to talk to Coach Ross when I was in high school until I got to like my senior year. He was our head coach at Oak Park, and then I finally was like, oh wow, he's just like a normal coach like everybody else. Like. So I just got to do a good job of making sure that they know I'm approachable, they can talk to me, and I'm going to try to build relationships with every kid as best I can.
Are you going to be able to give us like any like insider information on what you're looking for in a defensive coaching search, as well as like, finding someone to step up on, or are you going to say as offensive coordinator?
To be determined. Working through some of that stuff, I can give you whatever insider information you want, Ison. Let me know.
All right.
Ask away.
So what type of personnel are you looking for defensively?
So we actually do have a defensive coordinator hired. He's pending board approval, just like I'm actually still pending board approval, so hopefully they approve me, or this is all a waste of time, I guess. But, yeah, I think that's next Tuesday. We hired a defensive coordinator. I'm not going to say his name, but he's from north of the river over near Park Hill High School. He's coached there last year. He's going to come in. He's going to kind of base out of a similar defense. It's 3-4. We just want to be able to run to the football, like create turnovers, get after the quarterback. It's again, like Coach Bolt's a really good defensive coach, so like that standard's going to stay the same. The coach we're bringing in, I've coached with him in the past. Like he's a really good football coach, and he's another guy that in my experience with him, he's a relationships-oriented guy. He is a little bit older, but he still knows how to connect with kids. I'm looking forward to working with him again. We coached together at Staley when I was there. He's a really good football coach. He's probably a better football coach than I am, and that's my goal, is to surround myself with really good football coaches. Obviously we've had some turnover. I'm not looking for new guys, but I do want to get some younger guys on staff. This is not a slight to anybody that's older. Just I think getting some more energy in our program would be good. We got some young, everybody's met Coach Sizemore at this point. He's an energy giver for sure. So getting a couple more Coach Sizemores on staff, I think would be good. And that also helps Coach Sizemore now. He doesn't always have to be the juice guy. Somebody else can kind of fill that role a little bit. But we're looking for best fits. I want guys who are willing to connect with kids. Every coach that I've interviewed, I've asked them, how do you build relationships with kids? Because I think when it's all said and done, that's what it's all about. So I want to make sure that I'm surrounding myself with guys who know football, love kids, and want to build relationships with kids.
Yeah, do we want to talk about girls flag football real quick before we end out?
Yeah, how's the turn-up kind of ended out, and what's kind of your outlook on what you've seen so far?
Well, we had our first practice Monday night. We had 54 girls show up, which is a lot. It's a lot. So it's a good problem to have. Getting every kid playing time. Obviously, I'll have to do a good job of making sure we get enough games scheduled. But 54 showed up Monday. We have our second practice tonight. Tuesday's going to be kind of an off night. So what we're trying to do, we're practicing later in the evenings. We're trying to collaborate with the other spring sports so that girls that still want to run track or play soccer can do that and also experience flag football. So tonight's our second practice. Now that the girls' basketball season has ended, we got a few more girls that are going to show up, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're over 60 tonight, which, again, that's a lot of girls, but we're going to do our best to get them all playing time and get them games. Our assistant coaching staff is Coach Hicks. She's going to be our offensive coordinator for flag. Coach Lewis, girls basketball coach that teaches at Indian Trails, he's going to be our defensive coordinator. And then I'm going to be the offensive assistant. And then Coach Sullivan, who's helping us out this year too, is going to be our defensive assistant. So now I've got, coaching girls, I wanted to make sure I have some women on staff who are good representations of our program and can kind of connect with the girls too. So Coach Sullivan and Coach Hicks are going to do a really good job with that. So tonight, Monday night was pretty hectic because Coach Hicks is still in basketball season. Coach Lewis was still in basketball season. So it was just me and Coach Sullivan, my two kids, and 54 girls. So it was tough. Braxton Nunez came out and helped us out a little bit, so that was helpful. I think he's our unofficial manager of flag football. So maybe we get the drone out and film some practices and stuff. But we're looking forward to it. Just kind of keeping the energy up. Like I told them on Monday, I don't really want to make cuts. I want as many girls to be able to experience the sport, and then that way they can make an educated decision if they want to keep doing it or not. And I think just getting our program off to a strong start is important to me, so that way we're not begging girls to come out in the future.
We'll have to make a flag football hype video.
Well, there will be.
Oh, there's going to be?
Yeah.
Who's doing
No idea. It's on the board
I think
back there.
Harper said she might be doing it,
I think I heard.
but I don't know.
I'll have to check it. It's on the.
We have
over there.
next Wednesday, we're actually, so a friend of mine is the head flag football coach at Staley. So we're taking a bus up to Staley to do a scrimmage. So that'll be our first taste of, because they've been doing it for a few years now, so they're pretty good. Like, they're not bad. Like, there are some teams that are really, really good. Like, I know Ray-Peck, like, went to some national tournament. But Coach Quigley up at Staley, he's trying to get as many girls involved too. So I wanted to kind of model our program after them. So we're going to go up there, find out if we're about it or not. And then next Thursday, we've got a lady that works for the Chiefs coming to our school to do it's called a pop-up clinic. It's like a camp, basically, like a 1 hour like camp where they're going to put us through drills and stuff. So that'd be a good opportunity to get some footage if you guys need some footage for a hype video. I let Mr. Parsons know about the Staley scrimmage.
You think it'll be as intense as our scrimmages are in the summer?
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not. But I say that, and then we are actually Washburn out in Topeka. They're hosting a flag football team camp, so we're actually going to go to it. That's Monday. What's the first Monday? March 23rd, I think it is. The first Monday when we come back from spring break. So we'll take a bus out to Topeka. There's going to be like 10 schools there. We'll do a bunch of scrimmaging and come back. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, I feel like we got some pretty naturally athletic girls. I think it's just more about the organization of flag football.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's
you
what,
said
like,
that.
I told them on Monday. I was like, I'll be honest with you. Like, there's some rules I still don't 100% know. Like, there's some little, like, it is football, but, like, there's different, like, you can snap the ball, which you can do this in football, too, like, off to the side, and like you can lateral. Again, you can do all this stuff in regular football, but it's just like more common. I feel like I mean, everybody's watched Travis Kelce. Like, he likes to like that's so uncommon in real football. But then in flag, I guess it's happening all the time. Like, you're just running, you just pitch it to somebody. So yeah, just learning the rules, and I think that's why it's important to get these scrimmages scheduled, because if the first time we play a game is the first game, like, getting some of those learning pain or the growing pains out of the way early, that way we can talk about it, figure it out, make sure we know how to play and stuff like that. First downs are like 20 yards instead of 10 or something. We're going to find out a lot next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So,
and then one last question before we end. So I was going to ask about the coaches before you mentioned them, but how is it? Of course, none of them have ever coached football, I assume. Maybe coaches.
I don't think so. I know Coach Hicks played football when she was younger, and I don't know if she's coached flag, but I think she has a background in football. And I think her dad was a flag football coach. You guys have probably seen him around the school. He helped with the freshman football team this year, freshman basketball team this year. So she has a little bit of a background. But yeah, Coach Sullivan, I'm not sure. Coach Lewis, I think, coaches youth flag football for his daughters. So I just wanted people that I know are going to be committed, and it was also like, I didn't want it to be all football coaches coaching flag football, and a lot of them coach track and baseball already. So I think getting different people involved is good for the school, and getting different people connected. So that was my thought process there. Like, are we all going to be learning on the fly? Absolutely, but give us a few weeks, and I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to go. You go ahead.
You want to ask the debate question?
Oh, yeah, our debate question. What's more impressive, a junior in high school winning a bronze medal on a bobsledding team?
I think you.
Or no, a senior in high school winning a bronze medal on a bobsledding team, or a junior D1 basketball player committed at Duke.
Yeah.
What's more impressive?
Yeah.
It's tough. I think anything Olympic related is pretty impressive. I'd have to lean towards that, I think. I mean, if you think about it, there's people committing to Duke every year.
A junior, though?
Yeah, I think if you go check the recruiting services, I think the
Alright.
data would back it up. But you're medaling at the Olympics and you're still in high school. That's pretty impressive. There's a kid actually that you said bobsled, right?
Yeah.
That's the one where they like are sitting in it like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
this. Yeah, there's this kid I coached at Staley. He went to Dartmouth, and he played football for however many years, and then he graduated, and then he actually tried to make the Olympics this year. He didn't make the cut, but Jason Kelsey, I don't know if you've seen that video where he was like training with the bobsled team. The kid I coach, his name's Quentin Morello, is in that video, and he does a little 30-second interview with Jason Kelsey because the team is like practicing, and this one dude just nosedives and like the handle like breaks or something and just falls. So then Jason Kelsey's like, am I sure I want to do this? This is kind of scary. So he actually asked Quentin about what happened, and it was kind of cool to watch that.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout out Quentin Morello.
Surely he's watching.
Yeah, I'll put it on my Instagram stories. That's how I saw his video, so maybe he'll pop in.
Yeah.
Get the viewership up a little bit.
yeah, we need it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I think that's all we got if you want to take it away.
Yeah, so thanks for listening, and thanks for Coach Hewitt coming on, and we're excited to see flag football and football for next year. We'll see you next time. I'm Blake Overbeck.
I'm Matthew Soul.
I'm Ryan Nissen.
We'll see you next time.